Welcome to Ask GC Anything.
Coming up this week, we answer your questions on knee pain, training when under the weather, and how to get about choosing an upgrade.
Oh, exciting stuff. But before we get straight into it, for next week's show is our Christmas special.
Ooh.
Now, for this, we thought it'd be a great idea for you to be able to ask your questions to specific presenters. For example...
Well, I just want to know how long the batteries in Emma's motor last before they wear out.
Boom. Nice one, Chris, nice one. And to do that, it's same as always. Use the hashtag talkback and then put the presenter's name you are putting your question to. And hopefully, they'll answer it.
Yep, and don't forget, if you want to be in with a chance of winning a free 3-month subscription to Zwift, use the hashtag AskGCNTraining.
Yes, I reckon we should get straight into it, shall we?
Come on.
Right, we're gonna go straight in with the first question from David Wilson. I've been getting knee pain from long rides. I have had bike fits and regular physical therapy. I want to maintain and even improve my form. What exercises and activities can I do off the bike which will help develop or maintain the muscles and fitness needed for when I am on the bike? What do you reckon, Chris?
Well, you could start with something like swimming, because this is widely recognised to help build up your aerobic capacity.
Super good for recovery, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's really low impact as well. So if you've got any niggles, it's going to be good for that.
Yeah, I do.
I would also try some stretching after all your sessions when your muscles are warm, because that will really help any tight muscles that are causing those knee injuries.
Yeah. So I reckon just try and do some cardiovascular fitness, like swimming, for example, and try and stay clear of the impact sports, because that will really agitate the knee in it.
Kitaki Deshpanda writes in with, should I invest in an indoor trainer or some good tyres, or maybe even a new cassette and chainring, which would be a more suitable gearing for me? He actually wanted to get a power meter, but has decided it's too costly, which I can understand.
Yeah, interesting. All those upgrades would be good, but ideally you want to hone down on the one thing that you're doing regularly that will actually enhance that. So for example, if you can ride outside a lot, then getting an indoor trainer is probably not the most ideal thing to get. Maybe a set of new tyres that are more grippier, more punch resistant would be more ideal. If, for example, you could train indoor a lot and that would really benefit you, then an indoor trainer would be good for you, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, and likewise, if there's terrain out there that you're not currently using because your gearing doesn't suit it, then getting new gears is definitely going to make that easier and more accessible to you.
Yeah, so hone in on the thing that's really you're doing, and that's going to be beneficial for you if you got the upgrade.
Cool. And if you want to know more about upgrades, check out Dan, still in the countryside somewhere, talking about them.
So tyres are a great way of saving a few grams and making your bike feel that much better. Don't go for anything super light, that way you'll be even more susceptible to punctures. But a good quality folding tyre with a high thread count will make a big difference if you're somebody that's used to a beaded tyre, which is quite heavy.
Swiftly moving on.
Oh, Chris, that is good. That is good. Yes, the winner of this week's Zwift question is
Jacob Sargent.
Yeah, well done, Jacob. So you've got a 3-month subscription of Zwift coming right your way. For this question, how much can your FTP fluctuate throughout the year? I've found that mine has become about 10 watts lower going into the winter. What is the best way to maintain and raise my FTP during those cold, wet winter months?
Well, you know what, Jacob? I wish that mine only ever fluctuated by 10 watts.
Me too, mate, me too.
But sadly, that's not the case. Your fitness is not a constant at all. It's always either slightly going up or slightly dropping off. And there's nothing you can do about that. It's just a fact of life. So you're best off accepting that it's perfectly fine for your FTP to fluctuate by 10 to 12% or even more in some cases. And once you've done that, well, then you want to look at the Zwift 12-week fitness builder, or the FTP builder.
Yes, 100%. Now you've got 3-month subscription, why don't you start off with using that FTP builder as part of your training program, and hopefully that will start seeing your FTP go in that right direction to getting 10% better, not 10% worse.
Yeah, 57 workouts tailored specifically to your needs and your current FTP to help you really push the boundaries of what you can do.
Yeah, have a go with that. It looks quite tough though, don't you think?
57 workouts, that I don't think I'll manage that.
Jacob, ouch.
Glenn Parr is up next with, what is the best training to do when you inevitably get a winter cold and you can't do much, but you don't want to lose any progress that you've already made?
Good question, and I think all us athletes, cyclists out there just want to get straight back on the bike and really don't want to miss any time off the bike. But the best thing to do, and we can't stress any more than that, is just to rest.
Yep.
Stop what you're doing, have a day in bed and try and get over it as quick as possible. And then hopefully you can get straight on the bike faster than if you kind of dragged it on. Because the worst thing you can do is get on the bike too soon when your immune system is low and your body's already trying to fight the illness, and then it just prolongs that illness, and you just don't want that. So just try and hit it on the head. You
don't want 3 or 5 days becoming 10 days to 2 weeks, do you? Because that's just going to write you off for the next month.
Next question in from Bill C. I'm planning on riding in a very hilly, high altitude, week-long fondo here in Colorado. Oh, I'd love to live in Colorado. I have a lot of weight to lose to get up all those hills, but I also want to build my endurance to crank out those multiple long days of riding. How should I plan my training to achieve both goals? I do have a Wahoo Kicker Snap trainer, as well as a cold weather clothing for our often dry winter days.
Well, Bill, it sounds like you've got yourself a really, really cool challenge there for next year.
Oh, yeah.
And the way we would recommend going about it is to slowly but surely build up the volume that you're completing each and every week, and then also the volume on each day. So you want to do 1 to 2 or maybe even 3 long rides if you've got the time. If you've only got a weekend day, then a long ride on the Sunday with some proper good intervals, which will really help get you over those climbs on the other day. So like 12 minutes and, like a 12-minute max effort 3 times, so you've got around 30 to 40 minutes of total workload in that session.
Yeah, and I would just try and string a few weeks together and then have a bit of an easier week and then try and string another few weeks together, and that will really help you come on and get fit. And so good luck for that Grand Fondo, and do let us know how you get on in the comment section below. We'd really be interested to hear it. Yeah. Next question we have is from Stefan Bugard.
I really like the shows, and this winter I started doing some weight training twice a week to prepare for the racing season. Should I combine this with specific FTP or tempo training, or is it just better to do the rides next to the weight training and start the specific road training when the weightlifting is over? I'm worried I might overtrain if I'm going to combine the two of them.
Oh, interesting one. I would absolutely combine the two.
Yeah.
So I would do your riding in the morning and your weight session in the evening. But that's my personal preference. You may be different. But yes, I would not neglect the riding, because that is a really big part of getting fast on the bike.
Yeah, you view your weight training as a complementary type of training to your road riding, and you really do not want to miss out on those longer efforts, those harder efforts, because that is your fitness that you'll be building specifically for your racing. Yeah,
your priority is your bike riding, and your weight training comes next. So make sure you've done all your bike riding, and yeah, like Chris says, the strength training is a bonus.
And good luck. If you do feel tired, take a day off.
Right, now it's time for
Quick Fire Round!
Chris, that was beautiful. And the first question in from Erwin Lacoste. Hi GCN, should a rider always know which speed he is riding at any time? Do the pros have some kind of hidden gene that tells them if their mechanic is switching gears when servicing, or does their brain keep track in the background any chains or shift they operate? So basically what he's saying is, do the pros just automatically know what gear and when to be in, and what is the best gear to be in?
Well, the answer is simply yes, because as a pro bike rider, you become so incredibly in tune with how fast you're going, what your cadence is, and what gear you need to be in for that given speed and that circumstance, that you could almost probably tell the mechanic the gear ratios yourself.
Yeah, 100%. And I think pros ride their bikes every day for hours and hours on end.
Yeah.
And you do, like, the bike just naturally becomes a part of you.
An extension.
Yeah, so literally, you don't even really need to think about it. It's second nature what gear and when to be in it.
Christopher Rice then, next up. I'm planning to do my first bike race early next year, so I'm really in need of a little Zwift to make the indoor sessions more fun.
Yeah, 100%. Zwift actually really helps get the winters pass by really quickly and take your mind off it, because you are racing on the game. Actually, I say racing, get involved in the racing, because it's a really good way of doing really hard efforts without even thinking you're doing hard efforts.
It's harder than real life.
Yeah, and there's also workouts in there too.
There are. Right, my favourite one next up, Fluffy Domo, talkback. Should I cut off my friend's dork disc? And it's my favourite because I had no idea what a dork disc was.
I don't know either.
What, really? Okay,
yeah.
Well, there's two of us. It's the little plastic dish that comes on the back of brand new bikes or wheels sometimes.
Ah.
And yeah, you should definitely get rid of it because it looks awful.
Have you seen one?
Well, not for years, but I've seen pictures.
Yeah, nice. Next question, Stanislav. Can I get the same benefits from Zwift racing as from structured Zwift workouts?
Well, yes and no. I mean, I did a Zwift race the other day and it was kind of a relentless on the pedals effort. It wasn't a particularly anaerobic effort at all. It was full-on aerobic. So that's kind of what the Zwift workouts are styled towards as well. But the Zwift workouts are designed specifically to target certain energy sources. So you want to, use those if you want to build specifics into your training. Yeah,
I personally do most of the workouts, and then maybe once or twice a week I'll do a race.
That's the way to do it.
So yeah, but have fun and make sure you do what's best for you, really. Next question comes in from James Williamson. I'm needing to replace my headset bearings. What improvements could buying better bearings give me?
Well, other than buying bearings that are better sealed or bearings that are maybe a little bit lighter, then the benefits won't be huge. So just go out there and find one that fits your bike and gets the job done, and you'll be fine.
Yes, like when you turn your headset bearings are only moving a quarter of amount, and it's not going to improve your riding, for example. It's not going to make you faster on the bike, but it will make you feel a little smoother. So yeah, like Chris says, just get a set of bearings that do the job.
Yeah, it's a bit different to your wheels or your...
We're forgetting it's quite far around.
Giorgio Nizia.
I've seen a lot of pros doing mountain bike during off-season. My question is, do they push hard or do they just stay in zone 1 to 3? I find it very difficult to maintain a constant pace on the mountain bike, but I want to ride it because it's fun and helps with my technique. Now, Chris, you love mountain biking in the off-season, so tell me what you do.
Well, so I would just go out and ride it on field completely, and that's the beauty of it. It's so far removed from road cycling. It's more about technique and about having fun than it is about sticking to certain zones or whatever. If you really want to use a mountain bike for training, then you can use like fire tracks and all of that, and then you can stick to your zones, but it's actually all about forgetting the strict regimented training and just enjoying riding a bike and, working on your technique.
Yeah, I would second that 100%. I would keep your zone efforts and keep, your FTP threshold, VO2 max, all that kind of stuff. I would keep that to the road and your structured workouts to the road. And then, yeah, like Chris says, just go, get muddy and enjoy it. Unfortunately, we've come to the end of this week's Ask GC Anything.
If you want to ask one of the presenters next week on the Christmas special,
yes, it is.
Use the hashtag talkback and then drop their name in it as well.
Yes, 100%. And as always, if you want to be in with a chance of winning 3-month subscription from Zwift, then use the hashtag AskGCN Training. Be a nice Christmas present, actually, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would be. Just like this outfit would be as well.
Yeah.
Right, anyway, let's go to the party. Come on.
Are we late?
Well, I think so, yeah. Blimey. It's dark.
Oh, Christmas party.
Woo! Woo! Party on!